If you think scoring 97% in your board examination is tough, let me show you how I did it and share all my exam strategies with you. Hi, my name is Kashvi and I was from the commerce stream. My subjects were English, economics, mathematics, accountancy, and business studies. So, let's start from English. इंग्लिश एक ऐसा सब्जेक्ट है जो सबसे ज़्यादा निगलेक्ट होता है एंड वी ऑल नो दैट हम हमेशा लास्ट मिनट एग्जाम से 2 दिन पहले पढ़ते हैं विच इज़ नॉट अ प्राउड थिंग टू से बट yes, that's the harsh reality. But I really want to change that and bring to your note is English is the most scoring subject and either it can make your marks or break your marks. So please pay attention to English. There are some tips that I have written and a structured plan that you can follow. सबसे पहले you need to know your chapters very well. So I used to pay attention in my classrooms. Quickly, I used to just open up my books. She used to explain the poems usually. So I used to just make small notes and scribble on my book. I'll just attach some screenshots so that you get a rough idea what exactly you need to do. If you don't uh, get the chance to understand in your classrooms, then please go watch some YouTube amazing videos where there is good explanation of the chapters. Make notes. Now, from notes, I don't mean lengthy notes and writing themes, etc. No, just scribble on your book. What I did it like I made a mind map just like this, similar. I wrote last lesson here and I wrote about M. Hamel, his characteristics, what he did, how he felt on his last day, what was his behavior, what were his morals. Again, there was language chauvinism, so I wrote about that. And I wrote about the author, which is Franz. So he procrastinated, he he was not interested in studying his own language and all that stuff. So just make a mind map which can really help you. I'll attach one again. What you need to understand is English may the questions are very limited from a chapter because uh, nowadays what CBSE is doing that वो interlinked questions निकालते हैं. So if there's a last lesson chapter then and there's one Aunt Jennifer's Tigers chapter, they will try to link through a common theme, right? 6 markers वाले क्वेश्चन में ये आता है वेरी क्लियरली. शॉर्ट आंसर्स में दे आर डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन वेरी इजी कि किसके साथ कैसा हुआ था. सो दे आर वेरी प्रिडिक्टेबल. जो भी तुम्हारी क्लास टीचर में स्कूल में क्वेश्चंस वगैरह देती है वही ऑलमोस्ट रिपीट होते हैं. एंड बिकॉज व्हेन यू नो द स्टोरी ना वो उसके बीच से ही उठ के आता है, सो यू कैन वेरी वेल आंसर दैट. You should very well understand the theme, and yes, just like maths, English also needs practice. You need to practice writing answers on your own without ChatGPT, without Google, and without your NCRT. Because at the end of the day, that's what you're going to do. So, what I suggest is just open random questions, just Google it, you'll find n number of questions for a particular chapter. Pick up any random question and try to answer it on your own without taking any help. It would be pathetic, I know, but you need to write it. Until and unless you pick up your pen and write it, you know, it won't get refined. You have to do it once, twice, thrice, and then it would be a good answer. No answer is perfect because it is English after all. So this was my plan for English video. Understand, make notes, practice questions, make mind maps, and you're sorted for English. Next subject we have is business studies. I will try to link business studies with economics because they are similar subjects, they are theoretical subjects. Half of the economics is theoretical. So, business studies, you just need to really take up the courage and stop your brain from overthinking, and you simply need to take out your business studies book. For example, this is your business studies book. Pick it up, open it, read it, learn it, and speak it. That's literally it. There's no fancy answer that I can give you, or anyone can give you for that matter. Yes, there are very fancy techniques out there, like mnemonics and whatnot. Like, so yes, that those are your memorization aids. That is not the replacement for you to memorize, right? So you need to memorize, and सब कुछ याद तो करना ही पड़ेगा. So
helps to link these savers and the investors by mobilizing funds between them.
yeah, that's it. Management is the process of getting things done with the aim of achieving goals effectively and efficiently. Something as he tha. So yeah, I still remember it because you need to repeat it. So what I used to do is, जब अब मैं ऐसे बोल रही हूँ, like I'm trying to guide you all, that's what I did in my class 12th examination. So I used to learn all, like for example, it's planning. I learned the whole chapter, the planning process, the features, the limitations, the importance, everything. I learned it, and then I just closed my book. And then I used to speak it in front of my camera. I used to turn on my camera and I used to vlog it, like as if I'm teaching someone. And teaching someone is the best technique to actually yourself learn anything and everything. So I think that
guys को consumption expenditure, ठीक है, समझ आया? Consumption expenditure
was a technique that I used and which helped me a lot. You just need to repeat, repeat, and repeat. That's the solution. See, Indian economics is a bit different from business studies. Why, I'll tell you. Business studies is very dot dot dot, features dot khatam, limitation dot khatam, importance dot khatam, process dot khatam. But Indian economics is different. Indian economics is a story that already happened. So plus the Sandeep Garg book is so well written, so colorful. So it is so beautiful to read it. You need to understand कि हाँ, पहले ब्रिटिशर्स से पहले कैसा था, प्रॉस्परस इकोनॉमी थी, एग्रेरियन इकोनॉमी थी. Record yourself while what you can do is, so you can open your book, you read a chota portion and then you speak it to the camera. Next, best technique, and ultimately you have to put in the hard work. So we have done with English, business studies, and economics. Now there's accounts. Accounts is a completely different subject from rest of the those we've talked before. For accounts, let me tell you that there are 3 books, and if you don't know, but you should know, and of course you know I'm just stupid. So there are 3 books: partnership, shares book, and the company's book. Right? The partnership book, most of the people are about, like, they can handle it because it's comparatively easier, especially from shares and debentures. Shares and debentures are those topics which are most dreaded, but I don't think those were my strongest topics, because jab tum see, there's a quote that I'm not afraid of a batsman who has practiced 100 different strokes. I'm scared from batsman who has practiced the same stroke 100 times. So that is the same logic you have to carry in accounts. You have to first understand one question and practice it 5 times until you memorize the whole digits. That's what not I'm trying to say, ki answer hi rat lo, but understand that flow. Do as many practice like previous year questions, papers, and that is mainly it. End your syllabus as soon as possible, especially for counts, because then you get more time for practice. Do cover the illustrations, the back questions, and the past examination questions. Most of the people don't do the past examination question, but those are very important questions, and there's a high chance that they get repeated. So what I used to do is, what was my weakness was कि मेरे को ना certain questions में problem होती थी, and every time I did it मुझे उसमें problem होती थी. So like for example, there's question 2. So question 2 में मैं जब भी करूँगी, there's one point I get stuck on, and then I don't remember exactly. So I'll just consider that question as a star mark question, and in my notes app on my phone I'll just take the photo of that question and the solution. So हर एग्जाम से पहले आई वुड डू ऑल द स्टार क्वेश्चंस 5-6 बार, so that they are by hearted, so I know the procedure that what I have to exactly do. So it's basically just building on your weaker points, and that's it. Let's move on to mathematics as a subject. For maths I have very tuck 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 wale points. सबसे पहले, don't be afraid of maths. If you have been pathetic in maths since day one, don't care. That doesn't matter. You have time now. You have two options: either just give up and do nothing, or just accept what you have as a subject and stop being afraid of it. First of all, I think the fear that you have inside you is stopping you from scoring marks, right? Second point is practice NCRT as many times as you can, like as many times as you can, as many times as you can. That's why I said it 3 times, because it is NCRT after all. Right now is the phase that you should complete your NCRT and you should practice it so many times that you remember which question was this. So, for example, your teacher is writing a question on board. You should know, yes, that it is from NCRT. From it is a question number 7 from miscellaneous. You should know that. So you should practice NCRT as many times as you can. You know that miscellaneous is important, so do it twice and thrice. It is very important. They are tricky questions, they involve some kind of trick. So what I did in class 11 was that those questions which have a certain trick involved, कि प्लस माइनस करना है, या फिर ऊपर इंटू 2 cos x अपॉन डिवाइड बाई 2 cos x कुछ करना है, सो देयर इज अ स्पेशल ट्रिक इन्वॉल्व इन दैट. सो आई यूज्ड टू सिंपली राइट द क्वेश्चन एंड इसमें ऐसे करके लिख देते कि हाँ यहाँ वाली ट्रिक ये यहाँ यूज होती है. सो आई गॉट अ होल ऐसे नोट्स बना हुआ कि दीज आर द इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस विच आई टेंड टू फॉरगेट कि कैसे करना था आगे वाला स्टेप. मैथ्स इज सिंपल. जस्ट प्रैक्टिस एज मेनी क्वेश्चंस एज यू कैन. अपना डर निकालो अंदर का एंड यूल कॉन्कर इट. That were some subject wise strategies that I had in me, and I hoped it helped in some or the other way.